Good morning, all my garden friends. Oh, should I put my wellies on? Oh. Right. Well, hello everybody, my name is Julian and I've been gardening all my life. Well, since I was about 8 years of age, so I've been gardening about 47 years now. What I want to show you on this garden journey, and the garden journey will go on and on and on, and I want to pass on all the knowledge, all the basic knowledge of gardening, how to prune, what to prune, when to prune, what to plant in difficult places, you know, what planting scheme does well in the shady area, full sun, you get the picture. Also, I will be giving you lots of interesting stories along the way to make it more interesting, you know, so it's not boring. And what we'll do is we'll do pruning, renovation pruning. In the UK, I've got 2 allotment gardens. I'm a gardener by trade, so I've got lots of clients. So over a course of time, we'll be going to the clients' gardens, and I'll be focusing on certain plants, you know, renovation pruning, how to tidy a garden, what to plant, all manner of things. At the moment, we're in France. We've got this little property in France which we bought 9 years ago, and it's a renovation project, and we've had lots of problems with the garden. When we got the house and the garden was just a blank canvas. There was nothing in it apart from a few pear trees which weren't very good, just dotted around the perimeter. So it was a blank canvas. What I'm trying to achieve is a lovely rural rustic garden, because that's what I love. I love the cottage garden, I love topiary. This garden, when we go through the gate, it's a topiary garden, and like I say, it was a blank canvas, and we've had lots of problems in the 9 years with trying to plant things and not being here to oversee and nurture them. So we've had lots of failures, but we've stuck to it, we've kept going, and I can see how it's going to look. But like I say, we've had lots of problems. One of the biggest problems we had was when we bought the house, we was told we can be connected to the mains drains. The mains drains, if you have a look, are just over the road here. The house is here. So when we was told that we could be connected to the main drains, we started the garden and planned it in them early years. Having said that, when we come to doing the mains drains, we was told we couldn't do it, so we had to have a septic tank, which we saved the money up and we did a couple of years back, and all the work in them early years had gone to ruin. So we've had to lift things, move things, so the garden's changed, but we will get there. And on this journey, throughout the years, you will see the garden take shape, and you can see what we're trying to achieve. Just to let you know, we're here roughly about 6 or 7 weeks in a year. In that time, we have to battle through the weather, battle through all the French legal system and all that. It's very difficult, but this place here, it's heaven. Anyway, without further ado, come this way and let me show you this wonderful garden. Here we go. Through the gate. Let me open the gate for the camera lady. Camera lady, do you like that? Right, here we are, look. And what we've got here is an herbaceous border. Are you walking this way, camera lady? In the herbaceous border, if I was here all the time, the herbaceous border would look fantastic, but we're not here, and there's lots of perennials we put in the early days which just did not survive, because over here the winters can be severe, really severe. We can get lots of permafrost, lots of long cold days. In the summer it can be very, very hot for long dry periods. So in here it doesn't look much at the moment, but we've got some euphorbia, we've got some lavenders which have struggled, we've got some Phlomis, Russellia, I think it's Russelliana, Phlomis, grows up, lovely yellow flowers, grows up, has a yellow flower there, and grows up and has another yellow flower. Actually, we've got some little seed heads here, look. There we are, look. That's Phlomis. Beautiful. And it does well here, it thrives. And it grows up and it'll have one lot of flowers there, there, there. Beautiful yellow flowers. Up to about that height. That we can divide and put elsewhere possibly. Along here, you can't see, because they've grown down to nothing, we've got a, oh, what's the name of it? The name escapes me. Oh, I've got the name for a minute. The name escapes me. Anyway, along here we've got lots of Rudbeckia, we've got lots of loosestrife. That's it. That's the one I was thinking about, loosestrife. Here we've got loosestrife, which is Chiliata. Lovely stems with purple leaves and little yellow flowers, and that grows up and so it's just a mass of yellow and purple. Lovely purple foliage, lovely yellow flowers. Here look, we've got a Cornus midwinter fire. More loosestrife, that's a yellow loosestrife, that one, the common one. We've got lots of asters growing along here. We've got some hardy geraniums, and also we've got some more loosestrife. We've got some ladies' mantle, Alchemilla mollis, and we've got some more corners. We've got some sedums as well down here. It looks nothing at the moment, but in the summer this comes up and it's just, we just let it go wild and because we're not here to look after it. Here we're putting some conifers. Put these in about, what, 6 years ago. They've got a little bit big, so I'm going to prune some of these back very carefully, but when I prune them I'll be showing you how to prune them. As you can see, this was a blank canvas, a complete blank canvas, and what we did in them early days, it was 2009 January, I bought over lots of little saplings of beech, and they were that big. We put them in, and what I've wanted to achieve is to create a garden of rooms of lovely beech edging. So you go into one room and you go through a lovely archway and you go into another room. So on this area, because we're south facing, the edge at the back over there, just behind the edge, the plan is to plant lots of camellias, rhododendrons, azaleas. That's what I would like to do. However, I'm not here to nurture them, water them, and they would die because of the severe hot weather. So until the day arrives where we can actually live over here, I don't know what I'm going to do there. But anyway, we've got the lovely hedge, and it's grown up and it's taken a long time because we've had to, what I do is every winter, to keep the moisture in, I mulch them. I mulch all underneath the beech hedging, and that's what we've done over the years. And we've had lots of failures and I've had to put other ones in. The other problem, moles. In the early days, the moles were a problem. Actually going up and, you know, eating the roots. Whether they eat the roots or not, I don't know. But anyway, moles were a big problem. So as you can see, we're just going through here because we've got one of the farmers coming by in this tractor, so if you can't hear me, I do apologise. So here we are, look. I guess it's one of the farmers. So here, look, you can see from this angle the beech edging, and what I've done is I've actually put some arches in. Anyway, we put an arch in. We did that a couple of years back, and I've just put some little rustic supports in, and one across there. And what I've done is I've tied in, as it grows up, this part here I'll let grow up, and we'll just tie it in so it creates a lovely arch. So that's there. Originally, before we had to put all the pipes in, because all along here we've got drainage pipes going all the way through and all up the garden. So like I say, we've had to take out a lot of plants and a lot of shrubs. We've had to take 2 big cherry trees out, as you can see. There's a stump there, look. And there's the other stump there. We had two huge cherry trees here. Having said that, there was a bit nondescript. They didn't fruit very well. Not that we was here to take the fruit anyway. So they had to come out because of the drain pipes. The drain pipes come all the way along here. All the way around the garden. So if you walk this way, you can see the beech edging. Some of it, I've had to bend some of this down because it was very sparse. So if you want to come this way, by the way, if you're wondering what all the stones are there for, I haven't tried to create features. When we took the conifer edge up, at the back we found all these stones, and I'm a great believer in using what you've got, trying to use everything in the garden. In this garden I've got lots of nice rocks, and I'm going to use them to make a lovely winding path through the archway into the front gate. So what I've done is I've actually put them into the big ones, the different sizes. So that's all they are. We had a big apple tree there, which we had to take down. We've got a beech. What I'm trying to here is, because it's going to be a garden of topiary, I want this to be a lovely big topiary ball. And that's been in there since 2009. So we're not here to water them, nurture them, so it's been very difficult. This should be a lot bigger and better than that. Here we have another archway that I made this a couple of years. The archways I did a couple of years back, by the way. Like I said, I put another support across there, and this, when it fills out and clips, it look nice. And through there I've got a cornice bed. I'm going to put a lovely winding path in time through there and onto the top part. So if we carry on walking around here, you can see, by the way, these markers here are where the sewage pipes go. So I've got to be very careful. Certain parts of the garden I will be doing root pruning. People might say, oh, you've got all these birch trees, beech edges and what have you. But I will be root pruning, and I will be showing you how to root prune at some point. While we're here, just let me show you this. This is just an idea I've got. Like I say, I'll give you plenty of ideas on the garden. Now, where have I put that knife? I put my knife somewhere. I'm always losing things. Hey, but that's what we're like gardeners, hey? We're always losing things. Here we are. See ya. So what I'm doing here, these were off the conifers. Like I say, waste not, want not. Why chop that up for firewood? That was growing from one of the trees upwards like that. And I've done this before to great effect on one of my allotment gardens, which you'll see at some point. So that was growing up like that, so we're going to turn it round like that. And I like to take the bark off. I like to take the bark off and expose it. And that will go a lovely yellowy. And when the sun gets on it, it'll go a lovely like darkish yellow. So here, look, so if you can visualise that, this is what I'm going to do with these. If you just follow me. And like I say, I've done this. I've done fences with it on my allotment. I've made a lovely picket fence with this idea. If you just follow me. You can see all the rubbish we've actually got. Most of that will be chopped up and dried. Take about 2 years for the fire. All this, like I say, there's so much you can do with the garden, and all that, yes, it's going to dry out. We can't do anything with that. But what I do every year before we go, like I say, we're only here for a couple of weeks. We've got a couple of weeks left, I think. You can see what I've done here, look. I'm using that to suppress all the weeds and all the grass. Because when we come over in July, when we come over for our July visit, the grass is up here. And I get the old scythe out, then I get the strimmer out, and then I get the mower out. And we cut big swathes through the grass, and it looks quite nice. Anyway, what am I going to do with these? Let me show you. This lot. Actually, that one needs cutting a little bit. Just bear with me a minute. Right. put this just to show you roughly what I can. Just cut that out. Take me 2 seconds, so just bear with me. Right, here we are. Just so you can get an effect. So here, look, this is what I've done before. These will go in like that. I'll turn them upside down. I'm going to split the bark, take the bark off, and then here, look, I'm going to make a lovely rustic gate. They look like walking sticks. So they'll be all along here. I'll make a lovely rustic gate. I might just take a bit more off there so they're not as arched. And that will look really nice on there. So that's what I'm going to do with them anyway. So it just shows what you can do with all your rubbish rather than burning it all. Right then, if we take a walk up here. I better put my knife somewhere where I can find it. But look, what a fantastic tool. Right then. There's another one, look. There we go, look. Cut that down to size, and we've got another one there, look, for me rustic fence. Rustic gate, sorry. There'll be a few more in there. Yeah, endless possibilities. Now that, look, that's got a lovely curve to it. That would look nice in front of one of the front windows. We've got 2 metal hooks, and that, with all the bark taken off, you could just hang between the 2 hooks, below the long windows, put a lovely hanging basket hanging down. That would look quite good. Anyway, let's carry on round here. Last year, because when we got here we had, you know, we was rushing around doing things, and we brought over a huge bamboo, but a big bamboo here, and it just, I love bamboo, but it just did not look right in this rustic setting. It did not go, it looked silly. So what we did, that was in December. In December we actually dug it out, and it was a huge job. We took it out, and as you can see, we've put it on the back wall of the house. And in the summer, when the sun's on it, that will look quite nice. So we've moved that. I mean, one of the reasons we had to move it as well, mainly because it didn't go, but also the sewage pipes along here. And it weren't one of the, it was the, it weren't a runner. It weren't the bamboo that's a runner, it was a clumper, the golden bamboo. Anyway, here we are, look. This is the edge, look, if we follow it round, and this is the area where I want to, this is where it's been very difficult. This part of the edge, for some reason, and I don't know what it is, because we've tried to nurture them, but this part we've had to put, you can see how small some of these beech edgings are. Here, look, and along here. Ideally, would all be up here, nicely beveled and trimmed, but we've had lots of problems, moles and what have you, and I don't know, it's been very difficult. But the plan is to have this all up to here, nicely beveled, along here, archway here, and then this is where we've had to take out a lot of beech, because originally the beech went along here to here, but because of the drainage we've had to get rid of them. Also we had beech along here. We had lots of saplings up there, and also we had a row along here. So you can see we had a big compartment. If you can visualise, we had a lovely beech edge here. Well, it weren't, this is the parts which didn't do very well. So it came along here, up to here. So that was like one big compartment, one big garden room. And then I had actually thought of putting another room along there, beech edging. Maybe that will happen at some point in the future. But those, because along here, we've got the drain pipes come along here, up here, down here and down here, and it breaks my heart. We've had to take out some lovely plants, yeah, and they just didn't survive. We've had to move things. What we did, we tried to move a lot onto the embankment there, but a lot of them didn't survive. But the ones that did survive, and from the beach, we had to move a lot of the beach from that corner as well. We put on the embankment, we moved them, and the beech trees are moved, and this is where I'm quite surprised they've done really well. And what I've done is, we moved them. This was last year. When would it be? It would be last January. Last January, we moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We moved 8 of those from that embankment there. We moved them and put them there. I've trimmed them very carefully, and that because what I want to do is I want them all to be like columns. They'll all be columns, and I'm thinking it's just an idea, because to be a gardener you've got to be a little bit quirky, and you have all these ideas, and sometimes you think, shall I do that or shan't I? Sometimes just go with it and do it. This is what I was thinking. I was thinking of actually letting them go up and creating archways all the way along there. So they'll go all the way along. Here comes the tractor again, so if you can't hear me, that's why. So I'm going to try and create some archways going along, so it'll look like a viaduct. That's what the effect will be. We're just waiting for the tractor to go by. You possibly can't hear me. They're moving all the silage today. Some days you don't see a tractor, some days you get quite a few. Anyway, so that's that. So yeah, we'll have lots of archways along there. That one, by the way, is hornbeam. The far edge over there, that's hornbeam as well. But the rest of them are all beech. So if we go up here, we've had to put all that there, look, that's all part of the conifer waste. So we'll let that dry out. Now up here, this is a wild area, and we've got an apricot tree there. Never does anything. We've been told that it doesn't fruit when we're not here anyway. That's not brilliant, but we've left it there. But what I've also done here is this English chap I know, who lives not too far from here. He's got lots of land. He actually gave me a lot. He said you can take as many as you want. So we've actually dug up lots of, in different sizes, stages of growth, hazel. So this is going to be my hazel grove. So we'll have lots and lots of hazel rods, you know, great for making kindling and for the fire. So we've got 1, 2, 3, I don't know, we've got about 12 dotted around here. So this would be a big hazel grove. So we'll have wood for the future. So if we go along here, the big tree there, that's your big damson tree, and I should have pruned that last summer. I can't prune it now because of silver leaf disease. Obviously you all know that's got to be pruned in the, you know, between May and July time. So that's when we'll do that, when we come over in July. If you do it now, you run the risk of silver leaf disease. So if we go along here, you'll see in the garden we have lots of birch trees. Birch trees, what can I say? Who doesn't love a birch tree? They're my favourite tree. Did you know the birch tree is known as, yes, the Lady of the Forest, because she's so beautiful and so graceful. Every garden that I do, you'll always see a birch tree. Here we are, look, and all these birch trees. This one I've got to root prune because of the pipes round here. And then we go along here and we've got lots of other birch trees. And all the birch trees we've put on that border over there, we've dug up from here and put over there. All the birch trees were seedlings when we let this go rough over the years from all the birch trees over the road. So if we go down here, and the plan is I would like to put some beech hedging along here, but I've got to think about the pipes, all the drainage pipes. So it's difficult. So you go down here. I've got a yew tree. That's going to be a lovely big dome. That's got to be root pruned. Here, which has struggled somewhat, we've got a Deutzia, hasn't done very well. And here we've got the Philadelphus, and surprisingly, that's breaking bud already. It's been very mild here, very wet and very mild, and that's breaking bud. It's very early, that, very early. Now that I propagated from right in the corner. We've got an old Philadelphus, and I've propagated it and put it there. Just let me explain propagation. I love propagation. If you're a gardener, who doesn't love propagation? And I'll show you many forms of propagation, how to do it. You know, you can read the books, you can watch the garden programs. I do it my way, and more often than not it works. And I want to show you how to do it. Right, along here. I thought that in many years back. We had 2 or 3 of them around here, which I had to take out because of the drainage pipes. You can see where the big birch tree was here, look. That took some moving, that did. That's a big one on the back border over there. So if we go through here, are you okay? Just be careful of that hole. Yeah, hold my hand. There we are. You okay?
Yeah.
Right. Well, if we go through the edge here, this is another archway to the beach. And there's the other archway down there. And all these, like I say, these have been in since 2009. It just shows how difficult it is. I want these to be like big topiary balls of beech. Big topiary balls. That would be a topiary ball of hawthorn. I might take these out actually. Another big topiary ball of beech, and 1, 2, 3. So, given time, if they're like that, I will get rid of these and just have the big topiary balls of beech. Another birch tree, you can see I've had to prune it, and I do that every few years, and that is like a lovely topiary ball on the birch tree. I've got to do the same with this one, which we'll be doing in the next few days. So hopefully I can post a video of me doing that. I'll show you a video of some cloud pruning as well in the next few days. Along here we've got some hibiscus growing. If we just swing the camera around here look, and this is what we inherited. We inherited this, and it's right over the verge on the other side. Now the French, they can be very, very difficult about things growing over your boundary. So it's something I've got to address. So I'm thinking of, I've got to cut it back on the other side, but on this side, just an experiment, on this side I'm thinking of cutting it back in places to show the lovely trunk face at the end, at the bottom, taking all this lower stuff off and, I don't know, try and cloud prune it somehow. But what we'll do, it's got to be done either way, so we'll do that and we'll just see how it goes. And like I say, we'll do a video of that, and it might not go very well, but let's see. Right, here we go. We've got a few more hibiscus here. We've got an old apple tree, and over here, look, we've got a big box edge, which, to be honest, we inherited that. That came the box edge, and the yew in the corner, the yew was out of control, the box was out of control, but I pruned it back to how it looked before. Over the years I've actually trained and shaped the yew, and I've created that turret. Like I say, it was all over the place. I've cut it back, let it grow up. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to trim that. I should have trimmed it in October, November time when I was here, but it was difficult. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that back very carefully and create another little cone on the top. So we've got like 3 tiers. So that's that. I'm thinking of cloud pruning the box because I'm not keen on that. It just, I don't know, it looks like a pommel horse. I don't know. I was thinking of cloud pruning it, so I'm going to attempt to do that, and you can watch me how we do it. Right, if we just quickly walk down here, and I'll show you how we're progressing with the conifer edge. Just watch these stones, Dean. Yeah, we've had so much rain. It's rained for 3 days. This is the 4th day where we've had no rain, but the forecast, 12 o'clock onwards, rain's on its way, and it's going to be like that for the next few days. So, but I've been working in it, you know. So, on the first video I showed you, I was working around here. I've decided that all these top parts here, I'm going to cut down equidistance. And that, I'm not sure if they look right, so I'm going to cut them down, apart from the one right at the end, which has got a lovely like big hook. So I'm going to put a big chain on there with a big feature on the end of it. So here, look, if we just have a walk down here, this is the one I was doing the other day on the first video, where I made a lovely seat. Now look, to sit on. There we go. And these are the other ones I've done. I've got one more to do. You can see the box here, look. This will all go up. And that one in the corner. Do you want to just have a look at that one in the corner, look? You can see where, because this has been very, very sparse. So this will go up, so I'm going to make a feature. In there I'm going to put some laurel cuttings, because it looks very unsightly there. And then round here, if we just come along here, and we just focus on the top of the conifer edge here, you can see how it's been dying back. And it's been doing that all the way along. On the other side, on the farmer's track, it was completely sparse and patchy and dead. And yeah, I've had to be sensible. One, it looked a mess, and secondly, it's a fire hazard because it's so dry with all the dry material in there that in the summer we had a big fire not far away from here where some trees went up, and I was just worried about the house, so that's why we've done that anyway. So anyway, that's the garden for you, and we'll be coming back here throughout the years to show you the progress so you can watch as it goes along. But when we get back to the UK, I'll be taking you to the allotment gardens. I've got a walled garden which is all topiary, and I've got a lovely cottage garden, and everything in the cottage garden, 85% of it has all been propagated by me. It's the most beautiful garden you can imagine. All garden lovers, you will love the cottage garden. On top of that, I will be taking you to clients' gardens where certain jobs I will be showing you very close how to do things. So if I can pass on my knowledge and what I know to you, I will be happy, and if I can make you happy, that will be fantastic. So look, thanks for listening, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. I hope you can follow me. Please subscribe if you want to, and listen, love and peace to all of you. Thanks for watching. My name's Julian. Follow me on this fantastic journey. Love to all of you. Thank you.